show. It's going to be every Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, 1 a.m., ESPN2. We're going to talk about how we put it all together. I'm looking at Hank right now. As a collective group, I think we've slept like 4 hours in the last 2 days. Hank's eyes are just completely red. So
Is that from lack of sleep?
Yeah.
Huh. So
It's 4:20 somewhere.
let's talk sports.
That's actually not how time zones work. If you know anything, it's actually like it's not.
always 4:20.
It's always 4:20.
Yeah, if you're high enough. All right, let's talk sports. Hey, you like sports? Let's talk sports.
I love sports. Seriously though, on that Gordon Hayward thing,
Yeah.
that was one of the nastier injuries that I've ever seen in a live game before. It was one of those ones where everybody looks away, but then you immediately run to Twitter to try to see what, like, all the slow-mo replays and all the angles.
It was Paul George. It was Sean Livingston. It was Kevin Ware. For all you older people out there, it was Willis McGahee, which was the throwback injury that we only got like one really good replay about.
Wait, are you all the older people out there?
Yeah.
Willis McGahee.
Hank does not remember
Year
Willis.
2000.
Yeah, he doesn't remember Willis McGahee injury.
Hank, do you remember 9/11?
Yeah. Third grade.
So
Jesus.
my favorite thing I shouldn't say favorite. The thing I think is funniest.
You are happy about this thing.
He is.
I'm not.
He's giddy.
No, I'm not.
He's giddy.
I'm not happy. I said the thing
Misery Cat loves
the
company.
thing I am most I think is funniest when let me start
no,
again.
You got a star player that came to your team.
Let me start again.
You were so excited for the season, and then
Okay, can I
before
talk?
you can even watch him
Can I
play
talk?
a single
Can I
second,
talk?
he's injured.
Let me handle this first.
Okay.
As a fellow survivor of a foot injury,
Okay.
let me just say it looked like it sucked, but you should have drank more recovery water.
Speaking
That's
of
on
which,
you.
we are like almost 1 year anniversary of when I got bit by a dog. Not to steal your shine there,
No,
or
it's
Gordon
okay.
Hayward's.
No, you go ahead.
What
No one cares.
what I notice is there are certain injuries that happen in sports where all of Twitter is just or oh my god, and no description of what's happening, and it's just a string of them.
Legs.
And you're just like, okay, so either we just like fired a nuclear bomb or Gordon Hayward's ankles sideways. Good thing it was the latter.
I have a spin zone. You want to hear
Yeah.
it? You can't get. Well, it's tougher to get called for traveling if you only have one foot.
Good point.
Ooh, hey, look. It was a dislocated ankle, right?
Yeah.
Here's a good joke that you can use.
Okay.
Hey, LeBron James, you could learn a lot from Gordon Hayward about how to establish a pivot foot.
Ooh, okay. Put the laugh track in for that one. Hey, by the way, I appreciated Shefty.
LeBron travels.
Shefty coming over the top here, and he said Celtics announced Gordon Hayward diagnosed with fractured left ankle.
Thanks, Ad.
Thanks, Adam. Was it the fact that his foot was 90 degrees? Was that what tipped you off?
In addition, sources are telling me that he will be seeing a doctor.
Yeah, it's rare that you get the stretcher in basketball. When you get the stretcher in basketball, bad things have happened.
This is what
Don't seem
happened.
sorry at all.
This is exactly
I'm
what
sorry.
happens when you take prayer out of the NBA.
So, Hank, as a Celtics fan, how you feeling?
I mean, I don't. It was like he never was a Celtic.
It's true. It's
Well,
true.
No, Celtic for life now.
I did say there is like
If you get hurt on the job, you're a Celtic for life. That's how
true.
it goes.
There is like a cruel part of having an injury so early in the season. Like Kyle Schwarber did that 2 years ago or last year, whatever year it is. It's 2016, right? Cubs are still World Series champions. He did it last year, like third game of the season. It sucks because you're like, oh, so hyped. Boom, injury.
Hockey player would have finished at that shift.
Probably.
That's all I'm saying.
The other game, Kevin Durant lacks the clutch gene. Doesn't get the ball off on time. So that's all we got about that.
Can Kevin Durant, do you think he'll ever win an NBA championship?
Not where he's the alpha on the team.
Nope. Beta ball.
Yeah. All right. I guess we got to talk about it. Cubs stink. And that was Cubs talk.
Well, so Big Cat, where are you at on the poop? Well, I'm not going to use the poop meter. The panic button, I'm going to assume, is firmly pressed.
So everyone wants to blame the bullpen, which has been terrible.
Answer the question. Panic
Walks
button.
on walks on
I don't
walks
want
on
to hear
walks.
analysis. Just say panic button so I know.
But I think the real problem is the Cubs can't hit anymore. They forgot how to hit. It's like Joe Boo. We need hats for bats and dead chickens.
The bats come alive.
And like every witchcraft you could think of, and then maybe the Cubs will score more than one. Okay,
Joe
I wasn't
Madden-
panicking.
Yeah.
I wasn't panicking until I saw Mark Teixeira said the Cubs need to win Game 4.
Just put on some lucky underwear.
Yeah,
That's all you need.
It's
from Mark
not.
Teixeira.
We're now in must-win territory.
Must win or can't lose.
Yeah, it's must-win.
This
I'm
is
gonna go
must-win.
must-win. It's
Okay.
gonna be a fucking must-win on Wednesday night.
Fact or fiction, Joe Madden is a big, like, incense guy.
He's a big wine guy.
I would
He
imagine.
probably, yeah. He's an incense guy though. I imagine he's one of those incense guys that's not an incense guy. He's just I want to cover up my weed guy.
Oh, wait, I thought we were talking about incest.
Incense.
Incense, yeah.
Incense,
okay,
yeah.
So, but he is an incense guy.
Probably. Yeah,
Okay,
probably. He's probably ready to get a
switch
poster of Bob Marley in his little van.
Yeah, switch up the smells.
Yeah.
Go to like lavender.
Mm-hmm. Maybe some patchouli.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called? Patchouli.
Patchouli.
Whatever all the fish heads smell like. And then in the other game, the Yankees. Here's what really should bum me out, Hank. The Yankees, I think, are going to win the World Series. I'm actually going to say that right now. I think they have what we call the look.
I was going to say the aura, actually.
Yes,
the aura.
The aura's
I don't know.
back in
I don't
the
know what
Bronx.
the aura is. It's just basically when you come back to win at least 2 games in the playoffs, then you're a team of destiny.
There's a distinct, you haven't seen it in a long time, but there is a distinct feel when the Yankees have the aura, and it's like, whatever it is, 40,000 drunk New Yorkers with like backwards hats and jewelry and pinky rings just being screaming
Shitty
at
high
people.
top fades.
Yeah, just fucking
hoodies
screaming.
Hoodies on underneath their jerseys.
That's the aura, and it matters. Like
Yep.
the Astros, they're gonna go into the game on Wednesday and be like, "Yo, the fucking aura is here."
Team of destiny.
Yeah.
You heard it here
Earrings.
first.
You can. It's Babe Ruth is the hollow
White Air
grounds of Babe
Forces.
Ruth. It was actually that's actually just the parking lot next door where Yankee Stadium used to be.
I like how the new Yankee Stadium it's the same dimensions because they respect history.
Yeah.
Except they sold like all the advertisements to like mortgage banks.
Yeah,
And like
So,
subprime lenders.
all right. Should we get to our hot seat, cool throw? No. Let's talk about our TV show real quick. You want to do it?
Not to brag.
So we're
Yeah.
on TV.
We don't plan on doing this all the time, but I think it should be addressed because it is our first show.
And maybe plug it.
after-
So if
yeah.
you didn't watch, you should start watching.
Mhm. So it was an interesting week, to say the least. We worked pretty hard at it. I think this is PFT Gets Serious time.
Take off your pants.
It was fun. It was a lot of work. I would say evaluate this first episode like you would a rookie draft pick quarterback. that
Okay,
you
first
have.
question. Is your mom a prostitute?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
The show's mom is a prostitute. End of story.
But what I'm saying is, I think it showed promise. I think.
No,
it's not going to be perfect the first time around. We're going to build on it. What you see like a month from now, 2 months from now is probably going to be a very, very different product than we put out tonight. Not to say that tonight's show is bad. I think it was funny. I think it was very funny.
Be careful here. What really the story is? We did it. We did the show in like 4 days, and we put it together. And what happens when you do a show in 4 days? You feel good about it, but you also watch it and you're like, I wish we had another chance at that. So I'm excited because I think it's going to be fun, just like this show. The first episode of Part of My Take was terrible. I think this was a good episode of Barstool Van Talk.
Yes.
It's just got to, once we evolve, once we get better, I'm fucking pumped.
Just
I'm
let me
really
play. Yeah,
pumped.
let me play in that sandbox for a while. I'll show you how to build a castle.
Right, exactly. Look into the camera. I have trouble looking into the camera. Gotta look in the camera. And we had a
Wipe
smudge
off the
camera.
camera.
And we
Yeah.
had a
wipe
smudge
off-
camera.
I have trouble saying seafood theft.
Yeah, seafood.
Oh, I nailed it.
Seafood theft.
You know what the problem was? Not to make excuses. They asked us to film very early in the morning.
Oh my god.
And we're night owls.
Oh my god.
So we filmed at like what 7:30,
We got
8
up.
o'clock.
We got up at. I've been getting up at 6 a.m. I don't know who the fuck gets up at. Someone
Probably-
listening to this right now probably gets up
the
at 6
vast
a.m.
majority of people that are listening.
Okay,
right now.
whatever. But that's ungodly. You know what I noticed when you
So
get
those
up that
people
early?
probably feel the same because they
Yeah.
stayed up and watched it.
Yeah, you probably have a miserable face on right now. I noticed that when you get up at 6 a.m., every single person on the street just looks like they would want to be doing anything but what they're doing right that moment.
So one of the great
Including
things.
the homeless guy who's like just taking a shit. He probably is like, I
He's
wish
like,
I was
"God
just
damn
still
it."
sleeping.
Yeah. One of the charms that we've found for our show is we stumble into a lot of things that end up being very funny and very like engaging for our audience, which I love. But I think tonight's was the fact that if your dog was watching, which we did tell you to have your dog watch. If your dog was watching the show and you heard our Berman sounds, your dog probably tried to attack the TV. We got dozens of clips sent to us by viewers, by
Yeah.
award-winning watchers,
Yeah.
like the Mooch, with their dogs just freaking out on the TV.
It also was it was one of those ones where like, hey guys, like act like you're excited to be in the primetime set. And we're like, we don't have to act.
Yeah,
this
we
is
were-
fucking cool. Like this is our entire childhood right now.
Yep.
All right, so tune in to Barstool Van Talk. It is, like we said, Tuesday nights, Wednesday morning, 1 a.m.
Tuesday night, 1 a.m.
Wednesday morning,
at
1 a.m. So if you watched it on
2,500 hours.
there we go, on Wednesdays. But
Well, no, it's 2,500 on Tuesdays because you get the
so
extra
1
hour.
hour. 1 hour.
1 hour.
On Wednesdays.
Zero Dark 60.
Yeah, make sure you watch. We appreciate everyone supporting us. And like we said, it's going to be fun to watch it evolve. We're going to fun, like episode 20, be like, holy shit, this is way better than episode 1. But episode 1 was good. We're going to stand by that, right?
Yep.
Are we sure?
Are we sure it's good? Let's look at the
it's a little
schedule.
wonky.
Look at the schedule for our remaining weeks.
Yeah. We didn't play anyone tough this week.
No.
Yeah, we just played ourselves.
Might be good. Either or.
Yeah, either or. We're not gonna cross it off yet.
No.
All right, let's get to hot seat, cool throne. Before we do that, I want to talk to you guys about Blue Apron. Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. Blue Apron's mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. Blue Apron achieves this by supporting a more sustainable food system, setting the highest standards for ingredients, and building a community of home chefs. Cooking together builds strong family bonds. Research shows that Blue Apron families cook nearly 3 times more often. We all get Blue Apron. We got some nice meals. Here's what you got. Upcoming meals: cheesy chicken and black bean enchiladas with salsa verde, shrimp marinara with spaghetti, spinach, and parsley, spiced cauliflower and pepper with jasmine rice and cilantro yogurt sauce. Delicious. So, go right now, check out this week's menu, and get $30 off your first meal with free shipping. That's $30 off your first meal with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/pardon. You will love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron, so don't wait. That's blueapron.com/pardon. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. I also want to talk to you about our friend Michael Rapaport, who's going to be on the show on Friday. He's in a new show called White Famous. It's on Showtime. It's an original comedy series. Executive producer Jamie Foxx and Tom Kapanos, the creator of Californication. It premiered on Sunday, but you can catch up, and it's on Showtime, like we said. New episodes Sundays at 10 p.m. only on Showtime. Did you watch it, Hank?
Yeah.
What did you
Funny.
think?
Very
you liked it?
Very, very
was
funny.
Was Rapaport on it?
Yep.
He was good?
He had an accent.
Fuck yeah, he did. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right, so check it out. The new show, it's called White Famous. It is on Showtime Sunday nights. Like we said, Michael Rapaport going to be on the show. We're going to fuck with him on Friday. It's going to be fun. White Famous. All right, hot seat, cool throne. Why don't you go ahead?
Hank, go ahead.
My hot seat is Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, come on, man.
So this is a little bit of a different hot seat than we usually have, but unfortunately, the guy who played Jim Leahy passed away.
Are you saying
on
he's
Monday.
in hell?
No.
Put him on the hot seat.
No, he's in shit. He's in shit heaven. So this was just a little tribute to him.
Okay.
Rest in R.I.P. and P.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
You guys
hot seat to a dead guy.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
No,
do
the
that?
hot seats to the TV show because they can't keep going on anymore because one of their main characters and actors.
It's still going on.
Yeah.
That's
The
one
TV
of the,
show?
Yeah.
That's one of those shows that
Is it better than ours?
I'm pretty sure I would like.
Not anymore.
Everyone
used to be.
Everyone tells me I would love that show, and I believe them. It's just who has time for another show?
Yeah.
Everyone says that I'm
No,
like that one
actually,
character.
don't listen to that. If you heard that, just forget I said that because you do have time for a show. It's fine.
You have time for exactly one more
Exactly one more show.
All right. And who's your cool throne?
My cool throne is our friend Tom Crean.
Oh.
College basketball is about to start. There's going to be a lot of coaches on the hot seat or already on the.
Coach K.
Coach K.
Coach K. I've heard that the FBI is snooping around, sniffing around Duke.
Coach Crean's the guy.
Tom Crean is our friend. He's a Circle of Trust friend. Love. Fun fact: we told Tom Crean that we were possibly going to get a show on ESPN like 3 months ago. Like, you can't tell anyone. And then the day we announced, he texted me. He was like, "I didn't tell a soul." So boom, Tom Crean. Cool. He can keep a secret.
Has anybody done like a 180 in our hearts faster than Tom Crean?
No, he's like our favorite human being.
I love
ever.
him.
All right, who you got? PFT.
My hot seat is Big Cat.
Oh,
So Big Cat, big time hot seat because of the Cubs, down 3-0.
True.
not good. Panic button.
You've got the panic button. You've got a diaper that's almost totally full.
Full diaper.
So it's
Squishing around.
that also means we might get Suicidal Big Cat on Friday.
If you want
Which
Suicidal
I
Big
love.
Cat, that Suicidal Big Cat will not come out with a sweep, because a sweep is just getting the shit kicked out of you, and it's like, well, we weren't even close.
Well, this right here, folks, this is the premature spin zone.
Suicidal Big Cat, the Cubs need to win tomorrow night and then lose in heartbreaking fashion on Thursday, when I've already done the math and been like, okay, so we got Lester and we got Quintana. We're going to be good. We can go to L.A. We can win. So, yeah, probably going to happen.
And then my cool throne is number 1, the 49ers. for the gambling luck. They've lost the last 5 games by 3 points or less. They're cover machines. I'm going to keep riding those riding those Niners. They're playing the Cowboys this weekend.
So you're giving your pick
giving
now?
that
Or
away.
You're just going to skip Friday's show?
Giving that in advance. My other cool throne is Brett Hundley, because I don't know if you saw Mike McCarthy got asked if he was planning on bringing in Colin Kaepernick or any other veteran backup quarterback, and McCarthy does this thing that he likes to do where he just gets purple. He turns purple and just screams at the reporter.
He mumbles.
Yeah, because he is not bringing in a veteran. He's got a great quarterback room.
Yeah.
He's got Hundley and then some guy probably named Callahan, I think, that's never played a snap.
You know what I would watch? I'd watch press conferences if they gave us that wide shot where you can see that like it's just a little project, a little like tarp right behind them, and then it's just a regular room.
Yep.
I think those are always funny when they show those shots because like Mike McCarthy's not only mad, he's not only purple in the face, he's screaming, but he's standing in front of like a 5x7 cutout of like
a curtain.
Yeah, right, like White Castle, like buy your White Castle burgers.
Yeah, but the pageantries, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So he was screaming at the reporter, not going to bring in a veteran quarterback. And then my other cool throne.
Another one.
You know what? Fine.
No.
No, I don't want to say
Please,
anymore.
go ahead.
You
no,
go
no,
ahead.
I want it.
You
Come
go
on.
ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
Seriously, go.
no,
Come on.
it wasn't good.
Hank, can you help us? Go.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
Hank,
This is
cut
bad
this.
radio.
This
is bad radio.
Actually, cut this. I'm not going to say it.
Why?
Come on.
Just say it.
I
Just
didn't
say
have
it.
one because I didn't have one.
You didn't have another one?
No, I didn't have
You
another one.
want to say something to Hank?
Didn't have another one.
You want to say something to Hank?
Didn't have another one.
It's late.
Okay.
You're trying to make me make cuts?
Yeah. Huh. Don't cut this.
No.
It's bad radio. It's bad radio. PFT's mystery phantom cool throne.
Give me an apology and I'll cut it.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Give me an apology and I'll cut it.
Okay, all right, I'll go.
The last cool throw.
Hot seat, PFT's cool thrones.
That's pretty good.
All right, my hot seat is the Eagles, and this is quick. Just
The band?
No, the team.
Eagles?
It just seems like it's too good right now. And Philadelphia can't have nice things. So Carson Wentz, a lot of buzz.
You just stole my hot seat from last week.
Did you have it?
City of Philadelphia.
Okay, we're falling apart here. All right, so my other hot seat, I'll switch to my second hot seat. It is everyone out there who's listening and also owns stock in Larry the Goldfish.
Ooh.
So if you watch Barstool Van Talk, we actually purchased a Packers stock for Larry in his name. We didn't purchase it.
It got sent to us by award-winning listener Hayden. So shout out Hayden. He transferred the stock legally to Larry. So Larry, in addition to you,
didn't he have a stipulation that I had to apologize?
Yes.
Yeah. So Hayden, I'm sorry that I make fun of Packers for owning fake stocks, and because I'm so sorry, I'm going to give this fake stock to my Goldfish, and now the Goldfish is going to own a fake stock of the Packers. Sorry.
Very,
you did say
very
you
big of you to
Thank
apologize.
you.
Thanks, Big
you.
Cat.
Very,
Thanks for
very
doing that.
appreciate it.
You're a big man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Don't look at me like that. So everyone who owns Larry now has to make roster decisions.
This is what we call diversification.
Yeah.
So not only do you own a share of a gambling goldfish, but you also own a share of Packers stock owned by that gambling goldfish.
Yeah,
so
you own a Packers
make
owner.
make sure that Larry is in good spirits.
Yeah.
Think good thoughts about him because he's making some very serious personnel decisions this week.
Do you think anyone out there realizes that we're just like muddying all the waters with the owners of the owners of the owners,
No.
and then we're going to steal all their money?
It's like how the NBA does it every year. We're going to say the Packers lost so much money this year that actually we're not able to pay you any of Larry's winnings because they all have to go to cover the Packers' losses.
Hey, breaking news. Now that Larry owns a stock of the Packers, we're going to open sale of Larry's stock for one more week.
Can we do that?
Yes, I'm going to do it. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck all of our bosses. We're doing it.
Wow.
All right, so
Not only will you become a shareholder in Larry, but you'll also be technically an owner of the Green Bay Packers.
yes,
That's
so,
twofer.
So go to the Barstool Sports store right now. All you got to do is buy the Larry the Goldfish shirt that says owner, and you will get an actual certificate in the mail saying that you own Larry the Goldfish, who went 4-1 this week. So
Larry's on a
not to
heater.
brag, he's on a heater and he owns a team. All right, my cool throne is wrestling. So Triple H is a nutritionist. Did you see this? Did you hear about this? He got caught up in some kind of like HGH steroid sting or something. So he had to go on the stand.
You think?
Yeah, well, but they asked him if Triple H does any steroids, and he said no because wrestling has very strict drug tests. So cool throne, wrestling, it's clean. Everyone knows it's clean. Triple H is I don't know if you follow wrestling, but Triple H, he's gone corporate. So he sits in a suit all day, and he has like a 12-pack, but he doesn't do steroids because they test.
Because WWE.
Yeah,
it's serious stuff.
Let's keep it clean. All right, let's get to our interview with Scott Van Pelt from Vanny Woodhead. Before we do that, PFT, you got something for us?
I do, yeah. I want to talk to you guys about Indochino. I'm a proud owner of an Indochino suit. It feels great. It fits great because it's made to measure. My own personal experience with Indochino was flawless. I measured myself. They sent me a suit. It looked great. I've worn it to actually like every formal occasion that I get invited to. I just wear the Indochino suit because it's the only suit that I own. But they're making it easy to get a perfectly tailored suit at an incredible price for you. You can choose from hundreds of top quality fabrics and personalize your suit just the way you want it, whether it's for work, a wedding, or another special occasion. They've suited up hundreds of thousands of men and are now the largest made-to-measure menswear brand in the world. Here's how it works. You visit a showroom, or you can shop online at Indochino.com. You pick your fabric. You choose your customizations, from lapels to pleats to jacket linings. You submit your measurements, and then you place your order and wait for it to arrive in just a few weeks. And this week, my listeners can get any premium Indochino suit for just $379 at Indochino.com when entering promo code PMT at checkout. That's 50% off the regular price for a made-to-measure premium suit, plus shipping is free. That's Indochino.com, promo code PMT for any premium suit for just $379 and free shipping. An incredible deal for a suit that will fit you better than anything off the rack ever could. It feels like it's been forever since I vaped.
Oh, okay, cool.
You should vape.
All right, here we go.
Definitely should vape.
Can I vape on the air?
All right, yeah. I don't know. All right, so...
Wait. Let me
Where's
put
the
the vape
pictures?
away just in case we can't have
All right,
it.
Scott Van Pelt,
Hi.
the first ever episode of Barstool Van Talk. Camera 1, camera 2. You're gonna look into that one.
Tell me that's my camera?
Yeah.
That's ours. We share
Let's
that
actually start it. Let's start it there.
Okay. Three
How,
shot?
how do we get good? How do we get good at TV?
You're asking the wrong guy there, big cat.
come on.
No, I think the key is to be relaxed, so you're good there.
I'm freaking out right now.
Are you?
Inside.
Nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Got
Where's the vape pen?
lemon booty.
It does
Ooh, I
actually
got some
smell
vape.
in here, by the way.
Yeah, it does. I had an idea in my head of what it would be. It's fractionally worse.
It actually smells a lot better than it did when we were living out of here. So
I can imagine that.
I
But
never-
thanks for tidying up around here.
I never know if it's my musk or the Van's musk. It's kind of like become one.
yeah, it's both.
All right. So how's your TV show doing? Let's start with that.
I don't know. We're on late. No one pays much
Yeah,
attention
all right, you
to
can't
it.
Well,
do this
besides
humble
the
guy.
bad ratings, how's it doing?
Yeah, we're failing as a place. No, we're doing all right. I think we've carved out a nice little spot for ourselves where I think people kind of have an idea what we do. People like some of the bits, maybe they don't like all of them. Whatever. We get
What's your weakest bit?
weakest bit. That's a good. Right now it's winners because they're all losers
But that's kind of ironically good now
in a way.
because you're so bad.
Yeah, but I care so much. Do you guys care about the goldfish? Like, do you want the goldfish to get the
Yes.
fish right?
Yes.
Well, yes, so that we can defraud. Can we bleep out the word fraud?
Yeah.
For legal, so that we can defraud our investors and then take all their money. 'Cause
Yeah.
Right now, I think Larry has what, like 1,200, 1,300 investors.
Yeah, so
investors.
So what we've done is we've basically created an entire Ponzi scheme where the rock of the Ponzi scheme, the funds that come in that keep us liquid, are Larry himself. So
see.
yeah, we want him to do well.
Understood. So
Yeah.
right now, so that's a good thing for you. You have investors. Winners are bad, but we have some fun stuff. People like the bad. Conversely, people like the bad beats a lot.
Yes.
We've created our own network of sort of production assistants. So when something awful happens in like a Sunbelt game that we're not watching, immediately we get that feedback from the public.
Can I say though that
Please.
the bad beats, I sometimes can't watch it because they're so bad.
Right.
And if you've been through it, it actually gets to a point where it's like I can't watch. It's like a gory film. You're like, this is.
Don't
like
go in
watching
there.
It's like watching Saw.
No,
You're
you
watching
took,
Saw.
you took the under in the Boise State. Don't go
Yeah.
in that room.
Right,
Right.
exactly. So do you sometimes feel bad that you're replaying like a snuff film?
I understand that, but I mean, I had a really bleak chapter many moons ago where things went really off the rails for me. So in a way, I think it's kind of instructive. It's don't go in that room. Just don't put together 10 3-team teasers
but that's fun.
with money you don't. No, it isn't.
No, it's a guaranteed winner is what it is.
There you go,
Because
because
it's a teaser.
teasers can't lose.
You get all that
Just
money.
take 3 favorites.
Yeah, teaser, pleaser.
Okay, so take 3 favorites.
Write it down. Write it down.
How many pounds does the camera add to you? Because I feel like I could put on some weight. You're kind of a string bean guy.
Kinda.
So in person, it looks like maybe the camera puts on like 30 extra pounds on your frame.
Roughly. So people are gonna have you pegged as like a nose guard,
Okay. Ooh, I'll take that.
like a Dontari Poe type.
A nose guard. The guy from the Dolphins, that coach could have used a nose guard.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ba-dum.
There we go.
Yeah.
Should we?
Strippers.
Cocaine.
It's
Yeah, there it is.
Can I say Coke? Yeah,
you
Coke.
say
Coke.
No, you say Coke and
Oh.
then let them figure it out.
Here's a good question, Scott.
that took a weird turn to
Can you say
pedophilia.
candy on ESPN?
It depends on what kind.
Okay. Snickers.
Yes.
Butterfingers.
Satisfies.
Favorite candy bar? Oh, you know what?
What?
I forgot. You're one of those. I'm on TV guys. I don't eat candy.
No, I smash candy. I just wanted to does Reese's count as a candy
Oh
bar?
yeah, we do that. We actually,
Yeah.
we had a little moment recently. Our whole team on Sunday nights we watch the Sunday night football game, and then we have our intern Liam go out and get us just as much candy as possible.
Okay.
And we had the realization like maybe this isn't so healthy because it's basically every single Sunday night. But
Right.
you're saying it doesn't matter once you're on TV. The checks are going to come in. And
Clearly,
you're fine.
you saw the kind of car I rolled up here in. That's
I don't think
just
so.
boom,
We
right
saw
over
it.
there.
Take that thing.
Eat all the candy you want. That's
Okay.
what I'd say.
Okay.
For breakfast.
Ooh.
Reese's, put them in the freezer, kids. That's the next level stuff. Like, everyone knows that. But and the only one at a time.
One at a time.
Yep.
Should we be wearing suits?
No.
Why not?
But look at you. You're like such a journalist.
No, I'm not. It's
Look
just
at me.
it's.
Look at him.
You look like you're going to court
I mean,
as a lawyer, maybe, or maybe as a defendant.
it could have been. I got thrown out of court once. It was a traffic situation, and I was a pool manager, and I went in a bathing suit, and I was kicked out of court. True story. The judge threw me out, said, you need to show more respect to my court. I'm like, I'm not even supposed to. I'm here as a witness. And I was wearing a bathing suit. That has nothing
Was
to
it
do
a
with
one
anything.
piece or 2 piece?
It was a unitard, and it was super snug. Not as snug as Bob. Remember when Bob Stoops was in here?
Yeah.
I'm really
Oh, yeah.
trying to keep that. There
I
you
like
go.
the man spread a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah,
You ever man
well,
spread?
not
Bob had
me.
it.
Not me. I'm wearing a suit, and I'm trying to keep everything sort of.
Had it. Yeah.
Sort of
straight
here.
down the middle with
No
Bob.
suits for you guys. You guys look great.
Your colleague Mark Teixeira is famous because he wears a jock strap and nothing else under the suit.
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
So you're always just millimeters away from a really bad situation. There.
Yep, I didn't know that.
Breaking news. Thanks
yeah.
for listening to our podcast,
Awesome.
Scott.
Yeah. No, I knew that when I was there.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Sure.
How are
Three
you?
kids.
How
Take
are
that. 3. I have them. My
Congrats on
life
the
is,
sex.
is hell.
Yeah.
3 times, dude. 3 times.
How are you doing?
Plus 1.
How are you doing with Twitter trolls?
I don't know, man. I feel like right now, honestly, everyone's so mad at everything
Yes.
and everybody. It's like the
Yes.
level of anger is astonishingly high, and you can't hide from it. And so I'm largely just trying to stay away because people are so mad about everything. So I mean, I'm trying.
Okay, I know you're trying. What about gambling Twitter trolls? Because that's a special breed. I've gotten caught into it before,
Yeah.
where you throw out a pick, and if you don't, if people assume that you're going to win 100% of the time, and then when you don't, you have hell to pay.
You do, and that's where I'm not doing. I'm doing as well with Twitter gambling trolls as I am with my picks, which is to say not very well.
Okay.
Because when you win after somebody says you're not going to win, you want more than anything in the world
Yes.
to say, "Suck it."
Face.
Yes.
Yep.
DX.
Now,
How
is there-
about that?
Is there
Xbox.
anybody on gambling Twitter that's not a troll? Like anyone who's just really
I don't
got
think so.
all
I
their
think
shit together and they're
well,
like,
this is always the question of what's the worst Twitter. Gambling Twitter is in VIP of the worst Twitter. It's definitely there's the VIP. Now I don't know if they're in this Uber VIP up top where where Jay-Z is. That's in. Oh, look who's up there. Oh, I thought we were in VIP. No, you're kind of in VIP, but they're in VIP. Twitter trolls are definitely in the VIP of the club of Twitter.
See, you did it all wrong because I am an honorary member of Gambling Twitter. I'm like kind of just passing through where people like me, but they know I'm an idiot.
Right.
So there's never like Big Cat's going to go tout. Like, what would I go tout with? So I think Gambling Twitter, as long as you play it right and you don't pretend that you know winners, you're good.
But see, I do pretend like I
Yeah,
know.
right, exactly. That's your problem.
It is because I want all I want is to be right. I mean, that's
Yes.
all. I just want to be able to go, how about that? and then retweet the guy that said your picks suck. But right now, that guy's right. And so that's a losing battle for me right now.
When was the last time you took a favorite? You never take favorites.
I don't.
You've said this to me before.
Yeah, 13 underdogs.
Yeah, and the worst teams. You take the worst teams.
I sure do.
They make your stomach like turn when you put in the bet.
But not Kansas. Never again. Kansas, you are off the list. After last week, no more.
Okay.
I took a favorite last year. I took Auburn against Arkansas. I think they were given like 10 and they won by 40. So maybe this week it's just all favorites, just Chalky McChalkerson.
Yes.
We just lay them. How about that?
Sometimes you got to do it.
No, there's a whole bunch of dogs I like this week.
See, I know you do. You actually look at the board, and I can actually predict what you like because it's like, what
course.
are the games that I hate the most? That's what Scott's going to take. And you'll win in the long term.
Well, when Rosillo and I had the show back in the day, there were a couple of years in a row, and he loves to make fun of me because I would just casually drop 60% because that's what we were hitting, and that's the gold standard. That's the threshold.
That's the Larry too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Standard.
Duh.
RIP,
I mean, that's rest
Our
in peace and
goldfish,
peace.
yeah.
But I had a couple 60% years, and then so that made me think I really could go tout and knew what I was doing.
Yes.
And I had this clairvoyance, and I could identify the underdogs. No, I just picked the games everyone else likes the other side of. But this year, the other side's winning.
You're just a contrarian. You're
Right.
like the Skip Bayless of gambling.
Whoa.
That's a throwback.
What-
Do we
I
say
never
that
thought
around
about
here?
that, but there's some truth to that.
Here, you can relate to
scare you a
this,
little bit?
Scott.
Kinda.
What you?
We need the hen dog and the yak.
Oh yeah.
You get
Skip.
that? You got the
Skip.
You got the hen dog?
I do have a vape, which is basically
Yes,
kind of like
same
the,
thing.
the
It's
black,
Kind of like
right?
the Miles. Yeah.
The story you just told, by the way, that every single person who's ever gambled has had that moment where they're like, I figured it out. You have your buddy who texts you like, hey, I finally figured it out. And they just got hot for a minute.
Without
they
a doubt.
figured it out.
I knew a guy who thought he had a system for baccarat.
Yeah.
Imagine being that idiotic. Like, no, dude, there's like a trick and I know it. Oh, do you? Well, then cool. Let's fly out private and just win the house.
Yes.
Oh, shit. That's not how it worked. It wasn't actually a system. It was just a cool 5 minutes.
Right.
Found a market inefficiency in scratch-offs.
Right. Second half
I'm gonna get
WNBA
rich.
games.
Shout
got
out,
it.
Shout out to the what do they guys? What does Kaminsky call himself? Not the consortium.
Conglomerate.
The conglomerate.
Yeah.
Shout out to the conglomerate.
Yeah. So Big Cat was talking about you dealing with Twitter trolls the
Yeah,
other day.
not very
Have
well.
you ever thought about developing like a Kevin Durant, like some ghost accounts, like maybe not the fake SVP? And then you just reply and you
no.
pretend
But
that's
if I did, I think I'd be clever enough to know when I was in that account and when I wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yep. You have to make sure that you're in like a different app alter. You use one with the website, one with the app.
You'd hope if you'd hope if you were going to go down that road and pretend to be someone else that you
Hypothetically.
Just
Did you see what Scott just did?
Just kicking it around.
He just admitted that he has Twitter troll accounts, but he's smart enough to sign out.
No, I'm not.
You can check the tape. Check the tape.
Well, it's on the tape. I'm
Yeah,
telling you
we'll
right
look at the tape.
now.
We'll rewind it.
We'll watch the tape.
There's IP
You gonna watch
addresses.
our show?
Yeah.
Wait for the
1 a.m.,
R22 to
dude.
come out.
Check the tape.
Deuces.
Yes. You're the lead-in.
What would you-
And then you have to change the channel.
Yeah, I'll tell people when we sign off. I'll say, "Hey, turn the channel."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will make whoever's coming up after you very happy.
Neil and Stan from LA.
Yeah. We're actually the lead-in. The best part about this show is we're the lead-in to the replay of the Fun Belt game.
Awesome.
Yeah.
People love that.
So whoever missed, Louisiana, Monroe, or whoever plays down
Troy.
there.
You guys see a little spike in ratings.
Yeah, you're gonna
jump up
feel
to
it.
20,000 people watching it.
I got a real question for you.
Do you?
Yes. You
All
ready
right.
for it?
You want a quick peek at my questions?
I
Yeah.
can't read it.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Ready?
Yeah, real question.
Okay. All right. Real question.
Uh-huh.
You've been at ESPN for a very long time.
Yep.
How many years?
17th year.
17th year.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously have been at our company for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and there's an evolution process that goes through. What has changed at ESPN, and how do you deal with like the evolution and things changing and people saying, "Oh, I don't like this. I used to like this," and kind of the sellout things.
See, the whole point on selling out is anyone that tells you you're a sellout, and people are going to tell you you are.
Yep.
Every single one of them would trample their grandmama to be on ESPN2. Deuces. Do it.
So,
Do it.
so how do we
To
deal
have
with
the
it?
show.
How do we deal with the people who call us sellouts?
The naysayers,
Yeah.
the rabble rousers,
The fuckheads.
them.
Yeah.
Right here. Dirt off the shoulder.
Ooh, I like that.
It's hard to do. It's easy to say hard to do because you're going to want to retain the essence of what you guys are and what's made you great, sincerely. I don't know what word I have to say to mean this is like. You know what you should do? You should flash serious talk or something.
Let's
Think
get
about
serious.
that. Yeah, boom.
We do the Brazzers sound.
Yeah, the Brazzers logo comes across.
What's that?
That's
You know what that is.
Yeah, we all.
You know what that
Let's just see what we got going
You
today.
know what that is.
Who doesn't? It's 2017, right?
Exactly.
Like people are watching that and this simultaneously,
Right.
which is kind of that's a whole other genre.
Yes. Careful.
What were we talking about?
Careful,
Oh, how do you
folks.
deal with it? Fuck them. Because who are they to tell you you're not supposed to be doing this?
True.
I mean, you've succeeded, and now you're succeeding in a different place, and it's you've won.
Which one is the one where you leave somewhere? Succeed or secede?
Oh, you secede from the union.
So we should get a statue made for us.
Yes.
You
Just to rub
should.
it in all the haters' faces.
Understood. If I go out, people, or I'm just out in the world, and people will come up to me. This is a true story. More people that I can count in the last 6 months will say, "Hey, man, I love you on Pardon My Take," and I'm thinking, well, that's great. We have a show.
If somebody just comes up to you and says, "Hey, Scott, I loved you on Pardon My Take," and then they walk away, be honest, under your breath, you're like, "God damn it."
No, it's just
You hate us.
no, I
It's
don't.
usually one of our relatives.
No, it isn't. It's award-winning
I got a lot of
listeners, and
those.
they're everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's funny how many people will tell me that just because we have a TV show that we're on. So it's like if you
What
like
time is it?
it's midnight.
What's
If
it-
you
You
like
they give out a bunch of losers.
it's called
What's it called?
sports. It's called Sports Center.
My friends love sports. I'll have to tell them about this.
Yeah, always has
So
been.
it's a center of sports?
It's the worldwide leader. It's the
weird.
it's the epicenter.
So you guys
of,
play sports?
We did long ago.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All right.
Long
So
ago.
what position do you play?
Right now, I play old man in a van.
Head loser.
What's your handicap? Because you always talk about golf. Do you play the game?
No, I haven't turned in, and this drives people crazy because I'll go to, you play somewhere and they'll say, "What's your handicap?" I don't know, I haven't turned in enough scores because you have to turn in enough scores to have a handicap. I haven't, so I have absolutely no idea what my handicap is, and that makes people mad. If I played 9 holes of golf with you, I would expect to have a couple of 3 or 4 pars, maybe 2 or 3 bogeys, and then that would leave 4 holes to be complete disasters.
Wide open. Yeah.
Snowmen.
At least. So the good would look representative, and you'd say, "Oh, you're decent at golf." But then the bad would go, "Jesus, this guy doesn't play any golf at all, so he's brutal." So that's a long answer to a short question. I have no idea.
Don't have one. On a scale of Tim Tebow to John Daly, how many beers would you drink in 9 holes?
Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow.
Stone
I'm
Cold
not a. Maybe that's the problem.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
that's the problem.
Swing juice.
Oh, man
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
Because I got buddies we play par 3 golf down at the beach, and by the time that we play the second 18 of par 3, when my friend has just had at least 1 beer per hole, and he's blitzed out of his mind,
Guy stuff.
he goes deep under par. Golf talk.
Yeah. The
Way
swing
low.
juice.
Yeah, so that's it. Maybe I just need to get just blind on the whiskey.
I like it. You're thinking too much.
Yeah. All right, last question, then we're going to move to the Mount Rushmore stuff.
Okay.
You,
make sure my tie's good.
You look great.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, you look great. I say that to literally everyone who gets in this van.
I'm next to
This is-
Pablo Escobar,
Hey,
so
little tip for you.
Yeah.
For when you have people on TV, just tell your guests you look good,
Awesome.
even if they look terrible.
I will.
Yeah.
I will do that tonight.
We just did that.
Hey, look great.
You have a new set. It's beautiful. Do you ever worry about like the set breaking down, getting a flat tire?
I don't.
Okay. So that's something we don't have to worry about in TV.
maybe we shouldn't have just like decided to film this entire show out of a 1992 van that breaks down all the time.
Yeah.
You can just leave it here and then come
Combination.
up here. Have a limo service. I mean, you guys are TV stars. Just expensive.
True.
Oh yeah. When did you become a diva? How long did that take?
Yeah.
Probably, I'd say a couple of 2 or 3 years in, and then I was just like very demanding. I started berating the help.
Yeah.
What's your rider look like?
I demand a gross of Diet Coke.
Yes.
I have some minions that carry me up and down the steps to the set. That's actually the funny thing about this place, and no one will ever believe it. But like, we don't have so much as a parking spot. So
Right.
there's
Oh, wow.
there's rider.
Must be so tough.
Wait.
Not,
but
it's not tough. That's my point. We're the same as they treat all of us the same. I shouldn't say that. I mean,
You're better than us.
Yes.
I've seen the commercials.
there's more wiggle room. There might be more wiggle room for certain things, but when it comes to it's not like there's a special green room type of thing or some like, ooh, you get the good. Like again, I said parking spot just because I think maybe you'd have a parking spot. There's no.
I
You
thought
park where you find a spot.
Danica Patrick has one here though. Or no, was that that Tony Stewart?
Danica Patrick.
Yeah,
And it was D.
and-
Patrick, and it was kind of a.
Oh,
but see,
yeah.
Dan's a different place.
Get it?
Got it.
Yeah,
I get
that's
it.
classic.
So
classic
we're
joke.
talking too much. So you
Yeah.
want to do Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, let's do some Mount Rushmores.
Okay.
All right, Mount Rushmore. We need your top 4 teams that Maryland has never beaten in football. It can be because you love the campus. It can be for whatever reason.
I don't think they've ever beaten Oregon State.
Okay, you love Corvallis.
Sure.
Yeah.
Never beaten them. Played them in a bowl game. Never beaten them.
Okay.
They've never beaten.
What bowl game was that? Like the Beef Ode Charlton's Bowl? Something
It was
stupid like
just-
that?
They give
was
you a
that
free-
one.
They
It
give
was
you a
the-
free vacuum cleaner.
It was the vacuum beef bowl. the beef vacuum
The
bowl.
vacuum.
Yeah.
The beef
Who else
Beavers
have we
Bowl.
not beaten? We've never beaten. I wrote down some teams. Texas A&M. Don't think we've ever beaten
Okay.
Texas A&M. Don't think we've ever beaten. Is this just you want me to say Wisconsin?
No, I don't
Wisconsin?
know.
Never
Hey,
beaten
I don't want
Wisconsin.
you to say anything.
Wait,
I-
have you beaten Wisconsin?
No,
Have not.
no,
That's
no.
Only
a
played
coincidence
them-
that you asked that
No,
question.
that's-
Only played them a couple of
No,
times.
I'm just wondering if you guys think that you.
When will you accept Maryland as a Big Ten member?
That's the question.
When we beat you?
No, I think you guys have to. You have to beat
Just
a couple of the big dogs.
Admit we won at Minnesota.
You won at Minnesota. Row the boat.
Just admit we're better than Rutgers. Like you don't see us the same. You don't see
Okay.
us as the same as Rutgers.
Yes, I think
I'll
Rutgers
fight
should be
you in this
relegated.
van. Okay.
Rutgers should be relegated,
We're not
but
the
Maryland's
same.
not too far off.
Are you guys
Easy.
Are you guys into leaders or the legends division?
I
I
forget.
can't keep track of that.
Okay.
We're not in either of those, but
Okay.
I don't think I've named 4, but I just want to establish
Yeah.
that we're better than Rutgers.
Okay.
And I'll fight you in this van
you-
if you say otherwise.
Do you think there's any way that Maryland, they're like, at some point, the Big Ten's like, you know what? Just don't play football anymore. We'll keep you for basketball.
No, I
Let's
don't think
just not
that.
do
No,
this
I don't.
football
No, I
thing."
don't think that.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, I think if DJ Durkin stays, that there will be a time not too far from now when then not just the Minnesotas of the world that you beat. Maybe you can step up. I'm telling you.
You don't believe
That's
that.
sweet that you believe that.
That
That's
is
actually
that's
kinda cute, yeah.
right. It's like
I like
you,
you, yeah.
you haven't lost your boyhood wonderment.
So we're gonna play another real quick game.
Oh,
here.
what's the game called?
This is actually good practice for journalists. You might
Yes.
want to move it.
Good question.
Use this on your show. It's called Questions. We talked to a first grade class, Mrs. Winter's first grade class.
Hi, Mrs. Winters.
We had the little ones, the little tykes, write down
Yeah.
some questions for you.
Real questions.
They're precocious.
Okay, the first
6-year-olds.
one.
These
This is
aren't
actually,
real.
Yeah.
No, they're definitely real.
I mean, I didn't want to ask this
Yeah,
one, but the
wow.
first one was, if I eat my boogers, can I get on TV? See, that's real. Go ahead, PFT. You
Okay,
asked the first one.
the first one is, how does television work?
I have no earthly idea. I leave here every night convinced that this whole entire place is a ruse,
Okay.
and that nothing is actually plugged in. I have no idea how anything actually works.
Follow-up, is Santa Claus real?
Yes, 1,000%.
Don't lie
This-
to him.
Kids, Santa Claus is the spirit of Christmas.
Oh, so you say Merry Christmas, not Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas. I say Merry Christmas.
Big Cat's Jewish,
Yeah,
so
that's
And-
problematic.
and-
problematic. You're exclusive right now.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
we're an inclusive van.
Appreciate it. I don't
all
actually
the little
celebrate
ones.
anything, so
Don't
you didn't
you?
have to do that. No. All right, the next one from this is from Timmy.
Hey, Timmy.
He said, "You make my daddy gamble so much that he sold my soccer cleats, and now I can't play sports."
Wow, I'm sorry, Timmy. Tell Daddy to stay away from the exotics and trust the process. Just trust the process.
Yeah, keep taking those terrible teams.
So gamble more.
Gamble more.
Yeah.
Just
Ooh.
don't parlay.
You know what
or tease, unless you tease favorites because
Yes.
that never loses.
Well, you know what I always say: you can't lose unless you quit.
And quitting is for losers.
Right.
Quitting is
So-
for quitters.
This one
We
is
have
from,
quitters. That's on a shirt or something.
Yeah.
we have one from little Megan here.
Sure we do.
So Megan wants to know, if you could get away with it,
Uh-huh.
would you frame Dan Snyder for running a Ponzi scheme and have him locked in jail for the next 50 years and make him sell the team to somebody competent?
I would not. I would not because
Not a real fan.
See, I am a real fan. I just 50 years. That's the entirety of the man's life. So I would be. I'm not willing to
kind of the
trade.
point.
I'm not willing to trade the remainder of a man's life for a return to glory, because that seems cruel and unusual. Also, because I'm older than you, I remember when they were good. You probably don't.
I remember a little bit, yeah.
See,
I had a Coke can that had Super Bowl 27, 91, whenever that was, a Coke can, and then I drank it like 15 years after the fact.
That's
Pretty sick.
Delicious.
I bet it was sweet. But
It was really sick.
tasted like victory.
Yeah. All right, last
No,
one.
I wouldn't do that. That's
Okay.
cruel. That's cruel.
Last question from a first grader.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Scott.
Hi.
This is from Libby.
Sure, Libby.
Hi, Scott. My favorite show ever was SVP and Rosillo.
Yeah.
I thought you two combined sports and humor in an innovative way, and it was very unique. Do you think you'll ever do a show with Ryan again, or are you two famous now and you've just left him in the dust?
First of all, Libby, unique is a word you can't modify, so don't modify unique. If something's unique, it's
She's
just
6, so
it's
Yeah.
just
I
not.
mean,
You can't be very unique, Libby.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you.
Okay.
Trying to help you in case you end up with a show someday, and you could ask a more plausible question from a kid. I'm not too big for Russillo.
Okay, yeah.
Russillo kind of, some ways, got too big for me. He didn't want to keep.
been benching.
He didn't want to keep having to be seen as a sidekick, even though we all knew it was a partnership.
Yeah.
And I would just say that some, not a lot, but just a shred of what he and I used to do, two guys just being dudes, is something that ends up, and then what ends up happening that's kind of funny is that this company doesn't really kind of help lift that or elevate it, but then two guys that come along and do it even better.
Talking
End
about
up,
us, folks.
these guys, they end up with their own show.
Yeah.
So
on the deuce.
What was the
Hopefully.
What was the question?
We don't know if this will
Oh,
I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to do a show
Yeah,
again
we
together.
don't
But
know.
here's the thing: the good news is that you guys are doing a show,
hopefully.
and so you guys can just you can take it to places where we never got a chance to go.
True.
A follow-up from little
Thanks,
Libby
Suits.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, Libby has a
Yeah,
follow-up.
she had a follow-up.
Okay.
She said, did
question,
you ever
Libby.
kiss Russillo?
Not one time.
You guys,
On the lips.
And-
Not one time. Although we would occasionally, our feet would touch on the air.
getting hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad. And
Precious.
and then sometimes you'd reach over and you'd try to grab something, and then there would be the awkward hand touch.
Yeah.
But I would always feel the need to be like, dude, we just touched hands, and we both would recoil from that. So
Yeah.
no, I didn't kiss him.
All right, Scott Van Pelt, thank you.
That's it.
This may never air.
Oh,
so
no, wait.
This is the lost tape.
Thanks,
Let's go.
boys.
Yeah, watch your head.
Yep, we're good.
Watch the penis head. The interview with Scott Van Pelt was brought to you by Movement Watches. It was founded on the belief that style shouldn't break the bank. The watchmaker's goal is to change the way consumers think about fashion by offering high-quality minimalist products at revolutionary prices. With over 1 million watches sold to customers in 160-plus countries around the world, Movement Watches has solidified itself as the world's fastest-growing watch company. I've got, I think, 2 or 3 Movement watches. I wear their sunglasses all the time as well. They look great. They fit great. I get compliments all the time on them, and they start at just $95 for their watches. At a department store, you're looking at $400 to $500. Movement figured out by selling online, they're able to cut out the middleman and retail markup, providing the best possible price. They've got a classic design, quality construction, and styled minimalism. They've sold over 1 million watches. 1 million people can't be wrong. Get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to movement.com. I'm going to spell that for you. It's mvmt.com. That's mvmt.com/PMT. Go to movement.com/PMT and join the movement. It was also brought to you by Miller Lite. I'm on a diet, and dieting and darting usually don't mix, but then I remember that Miller Lite is brewed for more taste with only 96 calories, and then I'm like, darty on. For darties that turn into nardies, there's only one beer for the job. Miller Lite, the original light beer brewed for more taste while still being less filling. Dieting, dartying, barbecuing, there's no way I'm cutting out any one of those activities. That's why I reach for the Miller Lite, the original great tasting light beer that doesn't compromise on taste. Hang on, let's wait till Big Cat gets back from the kitchen.
All right, let's get to some segments. First up, we have Trouble in Paradise, but it's actually not Paradise. It's
Well, you
actually
just explained the entire premise for this segment that we always do. Last week it was the Cleveland Browns, Trouble in Paradise.
Right.
So Trouble in Paradise is the Baby Bulls.
Yeah, it's actually just a bunch of people sitting in a dumpster that's burning. So it's very much like the Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
Trouble in Paradise, the Bulls, in practice.
The Baby Bulls.
No, the Baby Bulls have a special place in my heart. These are not the Baby Bulls. These are the Bulls that I fucking hate and despise and want them all to go away.
These aren't your grandparents' Baby Bulls. These are your step-grandchildren's Baby
Yeah,
Bulls.
so Bobby Portis apparently cheap-shotted Mirotic and gave him a concussion and a maxillary fracture, which that's one of those ones where, like, it could be just, a little bone got chipped off his cheek, but that sounds bad. When it's maxillary, that's a very, very bad injury.
Because we're dumb and it starts with the 3 letters
max.
MAX, so it's
Can't get worse than
that's
that.
the worst injury
Yeah,
that you can
right,
have. It's the
exactly.
maximum fracture of your Alary.
So he's got to have surgery. they're deciding what to do with Bobby Portis. Now, this isn't new to the Bulls. Everyone's going to assume right away, I'm going to talk about, Michael Jordan and Steve Kerr getting into fisticuffs. But no, this starts from the top. This is leadership from the top. This is John Paxson, who has famously gotten a choking match with Vinny Del Negro probably about a decade ago or however long ago it was. So
the choking match sounds like
culture.
Sounds like the worst time ever. I don't know what a choking match is or who wins.
It's a good culture that the Bulls have. I am actually excited about this because I've always said if you're going to be bad, be the worst, and make it such a like carnival every single day, a circus that people just can't stop watching.
When you're saying that it's a problem from the top down with Paxson, are you saying that they failed to put up a sign in the locker room that says no punching?
No punching. Don't punch your teammate in the face and make him have surgery and give him max injuries.
That's day one stuff. But even you have to admit, for these Bulls, the Bulls that have to have name tags on for photo sessions, it's a tree in the forest situation.
No,
it's like two planets in the Andromeda Galaxy are nuking each other.
Yeah.
And for a second, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I don't really care.
My favorite part about this is that both of these guys embody the Bulls so much in that both Bobby Portis and Nikolai Mirotic, they have had stretches where I was convinced they were going to be perennial all-stars in the NBA. And now they're in a fight, and one of them is in surgery, and the other one's probably going to be suspended forever.
Do you think that this is one of the situations that maybe brings a team closer together?
Yes, absolutely.
Whenever you go through, you go through adversity, that actually makes your team better.
If I know Fred Hoiberg, he's going to pop in an old DVD of Animal House and really hit these millennials where they know, the funny bone.
Charles Oakley probably punched some teammates in practice, right?
One last thing. The odds that the Bulls would have someone punch teammates get in a fight and someone end up with surgery after they didn't re-sign Rajon Rondo. Those had to be off the board.
I was actually going to say they miss his leadership.
Right, what the fuck? Yeah. If there was ever going to be a year that there was going to be a fist fight, it was when we had 3 alphas.
It's good to see some of the young guys stepping up to fill that void that Rondo left.
Next up, we have Explain It to Ourselves because we don't actually understand anything. So Ezekiel Elliott is playing. He's now in his 3rd or 4th pass. It's an impasse that they're at. A legal impasse. A legal impasse.
Legal appeal pass.
Yes. So NFL admits, as I'm reading this now, the conclusion, NFL admits that the arbitral decision is subject to judicial review. Lawyers are the fucking worst.
I hate lawyers.
They just throw extra words in there just to fucking make the sentences longer.
Here's the thing. I'm reading it right now. If you get enough lawyers in a room to write anything, eventually they're going to write something so confusing that it requires more lawyers to sit down and write something to interpret it. That and then causes more lawyers to sit down. Lawyers are basically a big pyramid scheme. It's they don't really produce anything. They just make work for other lawyers and continue to get rich.
I don't even know what the fuck. Such a review would be hollow. However, if the discipline such as suspension could be imposed a priori. See, no, you know what? I'm out.
You're just showing off.
I'm fucking out.
Here's what
fuck
happens.
The lawyers.
Once you start bringing Latin to the equation, you're just spiking the football.
They're just fucking saying words that... you're right. 95% of being a lawyer is just write so many words that everyone just has this exact reaction where I don't want to read this. Yes. Who the fuck cares? Now no one knows
and then
what's going on.
Guess what? I'll read it because I get paid to read it.
Right.
And then I'll write something.
I'll
write something about it that then another lawyer will have to read and interpret for me. You know what America should do? I miss woodsheds. Woodsheds used to just solve our arguments. We didn't need lawyers.
Yeah.
Every city in America should have, instead of City Hall, just a woodshed where 2 people who disagree can go out and punch each other until one person is correct.
I like that. A duel.
Yeah,
Dueling
there you go. I think
back.
I just invented the duel.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, whatever. Ezekiel Elliott, he's going to a court case in New York. This is the final step. You go to New York for the final step, it feels like. And then the Supreme Court.
I'm waiting.
No one goes there. That's a fucking fairy tale.
I'm waiting for the day that an NFL appeals case goes to the Supreme Court because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It could have happened with Brady, which I would have been there to see what certain people like Hank got arrested for Tom Brady. I would have loved to see you and your Patriots fans tailgating the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Just throwing beers around. Darting again.
Imagine Gronk sitting in the Supreme Court.
Martying.
Roger Goodell.
When they tell, please rise, and he stands up and starts fist pumping.
Yeah. He's like, choo, are we in the club right now? And then just starts 69ing Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That would be awesome. Can you imagine that visual? She's like 4'11".
Uh-huh.
Her and Gronk 69ing. Wow. Put that in your brain right there. All right, so we next up have Mike Greenberg's Dumb Rules. The Major League Baseball playoffs are occurring right now. I don't want to talk about it, but
What's going on with those?
No. We talked about it at the beginning of the show.
You're in good shape.
We talked about it at the
Panic
beginning of the show. No, we talked about it at the beginning of the show. MLB playoff games are lasting longer than ever, so probably losing the kids. We need a little Mike Greenberg's Dumb Rules to fix this.
Maybe they should start before midnight.
That's
suggestion
9
number
PM
one.
was tough.
Suggestion number 2 is allow steroids for the pitchers because it's a problem with the slow game, right? So that they can throw the ball faster.
Yes.
Get up to like 106, 107 miles an hour.
I like that.
You're shaving a good like 2 seconds off the game. Total.
Each team should be allowed to choose 1 inning per game. That's 1 out.
Oh, I like that a lot.
I am looking forward to seeing how Dusty Baker screws that one up.
Yeah. Or,
First inning every time. Get out of the way.
How about you can, like dodgeball, you can throw it at the runner. That would probably help, right?
Yeah, that'd be actually that'd be hilarious. Yes,
That would be hilarious.
Including pitches.
Headhunting.
Yeah.
Ooh, Poison Mound would probably make it faster.
Yeah, pitcher poison.
Yeah.
You put little treadmills on the base paths, like in Mario Kart, when you drive over the arrows, and it makes you go faster.
Yeah. Well, no,
So you
that
run
would just
faster.
score more runs, which would
but
make
the
the
players-
game go longer.
You're not following me here. When they run around the bases, they go faster around the bases, so it speeds up the game.
But then they keep scoring runs, and then the game goes longer.
I didn't think about that's an
Yeah,
unintended
the
consequence.
runs, you basically just described like a 17-hour cricket match.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have to go back to the drawing board on my treadmill idea.
All right, last with Mike Greenberg, by the way.
Here's what you do: just turn the base paths into quicksand. Just
Okay,
like
then now
water
we're
them
good.
down,
Now we're good.
so people die.
This is the most Mike Greenberg tweet, by the way. I saw this when I was looking up for Mike Greenberg's Dumb Rules. Humiliation. New car, and for the life of me, I can't figure out how to turn the seat heater off. It's not cold out. I'm a puddle of sweat. That's good, Mike. That's
That is
Mike
vintage Mike
being
Greenberg.
that's Mike being relatable. Man, you know when you buy that new really nice car and you're just sweating?
These leather seats are too hot.
I'm all sticky.
Fellas, anybody else there have the problem
Yeah.
with swamp ass with
Am
your
I-
leather seat in your Audi 500,000?
Yeah. Hey, people in the back. You ever sit in your new Range Rover that's $250,000 and you can't get that heat warmer off? You know what I'm saying. Yeah, that was our
Fellas.
stand-up. That was Mike Greenberg doing
Hey,
stand-up
fellas,
on his car.
You ever accidentally swallow one of your diamond fillings? The worst. You ever try pissing one of those things out?
All right, Mike Greenberg stand-up. That might be a new bit. We have a Protect the Shield. Ratings are down 7.5%. So first of all, let's just get this out of the way. Fake news, because we watch more than ever, which we've said many times. Also, I just want to note this, that it just today felt like fall. So that's probably it. You can't fully embrace football when it's 90 degrees out.
It's tough to pull a 10-hour day of college football when you're sweating outside.
Not really that tough.
Yeah, but for most mortals.
Yes,
for us,
us football men.
We're in peak physical football guy shape.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, they need a break. They want to go like watch a movie or stay in air conditioning or something lame like that. But yeah, I think so. I did the math on it. It's about 1.2 million fewer people are watching. And as far as that goes, that's like the size of an American city, like a large American city. We haven't had any new cities in a while in America. Why don't we just claim the trash heap out in the Pacific Ocean and just put a bunch of people on there? New city, give them a team.
Yeah.
Expand out there.
Wait.
They're fighting plastic water bottles.
Why don't we just do what we did with BVT and just have it be the dogs count for the Nielsen rating?
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah, which is actually a new thing. So everyone, when you watch Barstool Van Talk next week, make sure you tweet us pictures of your dog watching. That counts.
It does.
That
Eyeballs
counts.
are eyeballs.
Yeah, eyeballs are eyeballs.
Love is love.
Yeah, this is fake news. People are watching the NFL so much. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I haven't talked to anybody that's not watching.
I have
NFL.
not. I've done a Darren Ravel Twitter poll in my mind, and 100% people that I know, which is just PFT, Hank, and Liam, all watch a lot of football.
Hey, everybody out there in America right now, if you stopped watching football, say yes. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear a single thing. We recorded it last night, so if you're saying yes right now tomorrow, I didn't hear you. It's too late.
Yeah,
It doesn't count.
All you people who are listening right now, if you watch the same amount of football or more football, stop this podcast, delete it, and then re-download it. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. We have, finally, because it's Wednesday, we have Guys on Chicks.
When guys are born, why is it that you all innately possess the lack of using a kitchen timer when cooking? Frozen pizza, I'll eyeball it. Casserole, looks bubbly enough. Chicken wings, okay, these are a little charred, but god damn it, I'm not taking the 1.5 seconds to set that timer. Do you all just think that you're connected with ancient man, like some sort of sundial?
Yeah.
I've noticed with this with every boyfriend I've had, and my father does the same thing.
Okay.
I didn't know this was a thing, actually.
No, it is. It's very much a thing because what she's describing, I do all the time. It's when you put like a pizza in the oven and you just forget to set a timer, and then like 15 minutes later, you're like, oh, yeah, it's been in for about like 10 minutes or whatever, and then you burn your pizza. It happens to me every time.
There are two times that guys have in our heads, right? There's now, and then there's later.
Oh, wait, no, you forgot one. Beer 30.
Beer 30, bro.
Yeah.
Well, then there's Darty hours.
Yeah, there's
and
Darty.
There's a separation between Darty and Narty.
And 420.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of times. We got a few times.
But when it comes to cooking, I've got now and then I've got later.
Yeah. Hungry now, hungry later.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm hungry now, so I put this in, then I'll get it out later. And then I go and it's 420 and I forget about later.
See, this is the difference between someone who's in moderately good shape, you, and someone who has let themselves go, me. I don't have hungry now, hungry later. I could always eat. That's just what I do. Yeah.
You never know when you're going to get the chance
I could
again.
have had a full course meal 10 minutes ago, and you're like, hey, you want
Full course meal?
You it's fucking late. 5-course meal, full course meal. Full course meal
full
sounds
course meal.
better.
That's the
a full
correct
course
word.
meal 5 minutes ago, and you like slowly slide a piece of pizza under my nose. I'm like, yeah, I could always eat.
Also, here's the thing: we don't have time to count minutes in our day.
No.
We go by smells. I think that she was on the right track when she said like the caveman.
Yeah.
Sense. Yeah, I live my life like a caveman, except a caveman with a couch, who watches television all day and looks at a phone. But basically, a caveman.
Not much smarter.
Sup, PMT?
Yay.
Recently was having sex with my boyfriend, and I know most guys like it when you call him daddy, so I did.
No?
To this, my boyfriend replied by calling me mommy.
Oh.
This was way weirder than daddy, right? Should I confront him about this or just break up with him ASAP?
No, because when you think about it, the words daddy and mommy just mean that you've had sex. They're like an honor. When you get knighted, and now you shall arise as sir.
Yeah.
Once you have sex and you procreate, your name's daddy and mommy. So actually, it's technically the sexiest thing you can say.
I
Just call each other parents.
never understood like sex talk like that. Like, oh, you hot right now? Like, what do you do? Like, how does this feel good?
Yeah, it's kind
Is
of
it in yet?
It's kind
that's
of the
like
idea.
that's the extent of what I got. Is it in yet? Are you sure? Wait, hold on. Maybe it's just the positioning. This bed sinks too much. No, now forget it all.
Just order pizza.
I'm hungry. I can always eat.
Just order pizza and binge watch Netflix for the next 20 hours.
Okay, next.
Sup, men? Why do I crave chocolate when I'm on my period? I can never
classic
get
chick.
enough of it when it's that time. Can you help me understand why this happens to me? Thanks.
I'll answer this. It has to do with the what are the things that go through your body that fight the free radicals?
Fallopian tubes.
No, like the things in your blood that like attack free
White
radicals.
blood cells.
Antioxidants. So it has to do with the
Close.
antioxidants. You know what? Two things are really high in antioxidants: chocolate
Yeah.
and red wine.
Ooh.
And also human blood. When you lose some of the blood, your body's like, oh, I need to re-up.
Yeah.
So your options are, one, that's why you always want to drink wine when you're on a period. You want to get drunk, and that's why you always crave chocolate.
So all I learned from that is that I've been on my period my entire life. Okay.
I'm in college and asked a guy I met on homecoming weekend to a date night. Turns out he's 26. Is it
Whoa.
Is it weird that he's coming? / what do you think his thoughts are / his friends' thoughts?
Wait.
He probably didn't tell he's probably lying to his friends about how old you are, would
Yeah.
be my guess.
26? Come on. Let's not age shame. Like, you could be 26. You could be
Fellas,
32.
Fellas,
Just as a random number I
what's the
threw
rule?
out there.
It's half your age.
It's times 2.
Half your age times 2.
Minus 2.
No, it's half your age times 2. That's the acceptable limit of who you should date.
Don't date anyone except people who are half your age times 2.
Yeah.
Hey, PMT boys.
Sup?
How do I discreetly poop at work even though chicks definitely don't poop?
Okay.
That was fake.
Yeah. Fake news
Hank.
again.
Obviously not written by a chick.
Yeah. I don't know. Who are you hiding it from?
If
you're a chick.
You poop in a bag and then you throw it out the window, right?
Yeah, no, what you do is you poop in your sock, and then you put it in the trash can, and then you put and then you squirt some soap, and then you put. Actually, I should stop because I piss in the sink, so people probably gonna think I do this.
All right, last one. Hey, PMT / Van Talk. It's just PMT. Sup?
Ooh.
Especially Hank. Sup?
Oh, that's
Hank added that one in.
I recently just found
Don't cheat on these.
I mean, this person's illiterate, so.
Wow, match made in heaven.
I recently just found out through my boyfriend's. Oh, never mind. I'm illiterate. I recently just found out through my boyfriend's internet history that he has been looking at porn. So I got curious and clicked on one of the videos he watched. However, when I clicked on it, up came a list of videos that were all the way on the 51st page. I feel like this is somewhat concerning. Can you please tell me what this means?
I saw this on Twitter today.
What do you mean?
Like somebody took a screen grab of saying like, I wish I had the patience of whoever tweeted out that they were on like the 51st page of Pornhub. Your boyfriend's a meme.
Yeah. Okay. So
we just got memes.
So
either way, we got memes.
You're dating a famous guy.
Sometimes it's called research. Sometimes you just got to dig deep.
He's internet famous.
You got memed, Hank. Remember when we used to do Jimbos? Remember that? Remember when our award-winning listeners used to fuck up and not make it up, and that one guy fucked with us with the boathouse? That fucking sucked. Shout out to that one guy though, who's still running that whole Pizza Hut by himself. Yeah, all-time Jimbo. All right, that's our show. We'll see everyone Friday. I think we have Dan Herron, and we also have Michael Rapaport, who's going to be in studio promoting his new book. We're going to fuck with him.
Ooh, and we're
going to make fun of him. We're going to have fun. We love Michael Rapaport on PMT. That's where his home is.
You might also tune in for Suicidal Big Cat. He might make an appearance on Friday, so
well, no,
that'll be fun.
If it's a sweep, I'll have a day.
Okay.
I'll have a day to...
Impending doom.
I'll have a day to be on my period and eat chocolate all day.
Impending doom Big Cat is just as good.
It's bad. It's bad. Panic button.
Love you guys.